Welcome to the ISSS tutorial on Form I-765, Application for Employment Authorization. This tutorial is based on the version of Form I-765, published on May 31, 2018. Before we start, throughout the I-765 form, enter NA, or none for numerical fields, to all text boxes that do not apply to you. In other words, try not to leave any boxes blank. Do not put NA into checkboxes. Part 1. Reason for applying. 1A. Check this box if it is your first time applying for OPT, pre or post completion. 1B. If you need to replace any immigration document, discuss with an ISSS advisor first. 1C. This is most often used when applying for a STEM extension. Part 2. Information about you. 1A to 1C. Enter your name exactly as listed on your passport. 2A to 4C. If your name is not listed consistently on your immigration documents, you can enter the alternate name spelling in this section. You may also need to complete this section if your family name has changed due to marriage. 5A. USCIS will send all OPT-related documents to the address listed in this field. It does not have to be your home address, or the address to the place you live. Use the In Care of Name field to list the name of the person who will receive your documents at the address listed, if it is not your own. OPT processing time is usually between 3 and 5 months. Therefore, please make sure this address stays valid within this time frame. 6. If the address where you currently live is different from the address listed in number 5, check No and list your physical address in number 7. If the address listed in number 5 is the address where you currently live, check Yes and enter NA in number 7A to D. 7A to 7D. List your current U.S. physical address at the time of filing this application. If you move from this address, it is okay, because you provided the mailing address in number 5 to receive your OPT documents. 8. You may not have an A number. If you already have an EAD card, this number may be listed as the USCIS number on the front of the card. 9. This will most likely not apply to you. See the Form I-765 instructions for details. 10. Enter your gender. 11. Enter your marital status. 12. If you have applied for an EAD in the past, check Yes, otherwise, check No. 13A. If you have ever been issued a Social Security number, check Yes, otherwise, check No. 13B. If you answered yes to question 13A, enter your Social Security number in 13B. 14. If you do not currently have a Social Security number, or if you misplaced your Social Security card, check Yes to have one mailed to you. 15. If you would like to have a Social Security card mailed to you, you must check Yes. 16A to 17B. Skip this section if you already have a Social Security card. If you are applying for a Social Security number through this application, you must complete this section. 18A and B. Enter the countries where you are currently a citizen or a national. In other words, the countries for which you hold a passport. 19A to C. Fill these fields based on the passport information associated with your OPT I-20. 20. List your birth date in the format of month/day/year. 21A. Find your I-94 record on CBP's I-94 website. 21B. Fill this field based on your passport information. 21C. This field will only apply to those without passports and is extremely rare. 21D and E. Fill this field based on your passport information. 22. Fill this field based on your I-94 information. 23. Fill this field based on your I-94 travel history. 24. Enter the status listed on your most recent I-94 entry record. Although uncommon, this may be different from your current status if you changed your status within the U.S. 25. This must say F1 student if you are applying for OPT. 26. Fill this field based on your current I-20. Your service number can be found in the top left corner of your I-20. 27. Enter C3A for pre-completion OPT. C3B for post-completion OPT. C3C for STEM OPT extension. 28A. Provide your degree level and major, for example, bachelor's degree in engineering, if you entered C3C for item number 27. 28B and C. Get this information from your employer, if you entered C3C for item number 27. 29 and 30. These do not apply to Penn students. 31A and B. These do not apply to F1 students. Part 3. Applicant Statement, Contact Information, Declaration, Certification, and Signature. 1A. Choose this if you filled out the I-765 application yourself. 1B and 2. These do not apply to Penn students. 3. Enter your daytime telephone number. 4. Enter your mobile phone number. This can be the same as the daytime phone number. 5. Enter your commonly used email address. 6. This does not apply to F1 students. 7A. Use blue ink to sign your name in English. The signature should be within the box. 7B. Enter the date you signed. Part 4. Interpreter's Contact Information, Certification, and Signature. All questions in Part 4 do not apply to Penn students. Part 5. Contact Information, Declaration, and Signature of the person preparing this application, if other than the applicant. All questions in Part 5 do not apply to Penn students. Part 6. Additional information. Complete this section if you have had more than one service ID number, N, or if you have previous CPT or OPT authorizations at any degree level. 1A to C. Fill these fields based on your passport information. 2. You may not have an A number. If you already have an EAD card, this number may be listed as the USCIS number on the front of the card. Items number 3 and 4 are for listing additional service ID numbers and previous CPT/OPT authorizations. You will need to provide either or both as they apply to you. If neither of these apply to you, you should not be filling out Part 6. If you have additional service IDs to list, you should enter them in item number 3. To list service IDs, enter page number 3, in 3A, part number 2, in 3B, item number 26, in 3C. See example entries for 3D. You must include your degree level and associated service ID. List them in chronological order. If you have previous CPT or OPT work authorizations, you should list them in the next available field. If you do not have additional service IDs, but have previous CPT/OPT authorizations, use item number 3 for these instead. If you used item number 3 for service IDs, use item number 4 for CPT/OPT authorizations. The format is the same whether you end up using item number 3 or item number 4. To list past CPT and/or OPT authorizations, enter page number 3, in 4A, part number 2, in 4B, item number 27, in 4C. See example entries for 4D. You must include, for each authorization, the degree level, full or part-time, type of authorization, start date, and end date. List them in chronological order. Just a reminder, make sure that any text box that does not apply to you are filled with NA, or none for numerical fields. This concludes the ISSS Form I-765 tutorial. For additional guidance, please see the ISSS website.